Today I'm going to show you the 5 things Anthropic changed in Claude Opus 4.7. Now, at the time of this video, Claude Opus 4.7 has been out for a while, but I thought it would be good for a nice refresher. I'm getting a lot of questions in our free school community, the AI Academy, about 4.6 versus 4.7. So before we jump into the guide here, this free guide is available on the AI Academy along with this YouTube video. It's the #1 school community to learn AI, to educate yourself. Guides, walkthroughs, a great community, 1,500 people already in here. If you want to join and get the free guide, first link in the description. But today we're going to be talking about Claude Opus 4.7. So Claude Opus 4.7 prompts differentiate a lot than 4.6. If your outputs have felt off since the upgrade, I have plenty of friends that are just going back to 4.6. It's because you're prompting wrong, and I'm going to walk through that quickly today. This should be about a 5 to 6 minute video. So really quick, if we go over to Claude here, I'm seeing just general confusion about how to switch between models. It's right here, 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, and then they have some more models down here with Opus 3.3 and Sonnet 4.5. I always suggest the newest model, 4.7, but with 4.7 there are some caveats on why so many people are complaining that their outputs got weirder. Now, if you haven't updated how you're prompting in 4.7, I made a short form video on this recently, you might have noticed outputs are getting shorter, more literal, or weirdly feeling off. And that's not a regression, but it's a deliberate act by Anthropic. So here are the 5 changes that matter the most with the fixes. Change #1, Opus 4.7 interrupts you more literally. I read the full 32 Anthropic prompting guide for Opus 4.7, and it quoted, Claude Opus 4.7 interprets prompts more literally and explicitly than Claude Opus 4.6. Particularly at lower effort levels, it will not silently generalize an instruction from one item to another, and it will not infer requests you didn't make. It is a very literal model. So before, in 4.6, if you just told it to clean up this draft, it could vaguely work. 4.7, you have to be very specific about what you're asking. Instead, just clean it up, tell it to fix typos, tighten up the word structure to the amount of words you want, remove anything unnecessary. A little bit more work, but it's well worth it, trust me. The second change is that the response length now auto-adjusts. Another quote directly from the prompt guide here, Claude Opus 4.7 calibrates response length to how complex it judges the task to be, rather than defaulting to a fixed verbosity. This usually means shorter answers on simple lookups and much longer ones on open-ended analysis. So I'm seeing this in my work in venture capital as well. When I'm researching a company or researching a sector, the amount of effort I put in is kind of like the amount of effort I'm getting back. So it used to be you could just summarize this, but now you should really do a full breakdown of, hey, give me a full breakdown of this in 3 to 4 paragraphs, not a summary. Again, be specific. 3 more quick changes here I want to go over. Change 3, stop using all caps and you must. I see people do this all the time where it's like, you must give me an answer in all caps. Straight from the Anthropic prompting guide, if your prompts were designed to reduce untriggered on schools, tools, or skills, these models will now over-trigger. The fix is to dial back an aggressive language, where you might have said critical, you must use this tool. Just use normal. Talk to it like a human. Use normal language. Okay, the old habit was doing the critical. Again, just use normal phrasing. This is a game changer, especially in important decisions. Change 4, add go beyond the basics for creative work. This isn't a creative model, which I've said, it's a very literal model. So from the prompting guide, if you want above and beyond behavior, explicitly request it. So you used to be able to just be like, oh, design me a landing page. Instead, now you want to use the go beyond the basics. That's how it knows to elaborate a little bit. And then change 5, last change here, super quick video today. 4.7 doesn't reason by default. You have to turn it on. This task involves multi-step reasoning. Think carefully. Again, you should just be prompting it for that. Again, just a little bit more effort on the prompts is the broad takeaway here. A quick reference cheat sheet, bookmark this, use it the next time you want to use Claude. Yeah, you wrote too critical, rename it to normal language, want to push it further, add go beyond basics, need to think, add think carefully. We're just going to edit this formatting here. Just so it's a little, yeah, actually this is pretty much covered. We're just going to delete this. I don't think that's necessary for the guide. It's covering the other sections. But the bottom line here is that none of these workflows, these aren't the workflows, they're the operating manual. Anthropic published this for a reason. 0.47 isn't worse than 4.6 regardless of what people are saying. It's just different. If you like this guy, we have a free school community where we teach people how to take their AI knowledge and turn it into $1,000 in 90 days. If you don't hit $1,000 in 90 days, you get a full refund. That's it for this one, guys. I respond to every single comment on YouTube. Hope to see you inside the community. Subscribe. Deuces.